Benny Braden here, Plug It In Hikes, and today we start out a new series called Day Hikes of the Smoky Mountains National Park. So we are out here at Alum Cave. This is going to be our first trail that we are going to do, and I couldn't think of a better one to start out with. Alum Cave will take you up to the most visited spot, or the most coveted spot in the park, the LeConte Lodge. So we're going to try to probably end up going kind of fast on this trail because there's a ton of people here. You can see the leaves are starting to change colors, and that draws in the masses. The park is definitely living up to its name, or its title, as the most visited park in the nation. So we have roughly 5.1 miles up to the lodge. You can see here's the trailhead, and here we go. This is a great trail that starts off with a lot of diversity. You got some hardwoods, some hemlocks, beautiful stream. Absolutely beautiful. From this point up to Alum Cave is going to be very congested. A lot of tourists come up to that point. Some of them actually go past that, but for the most part, most of them will stop at the cave thinking that is the final destination. It's not. Well, you can see we're still here on Alum Cave, just coming across one of the footbridges leading up. From this point, it's roughly about a mile back to the parking lot, give or take a little bit. But definitely on this bottom stretch, you see a lot more foot traffic. But it's a beautiful trail, probably one of the, if I was guessing, the flagship trail of the Smokies. A lot of people come here to hike it. It's got incredible views that you're about to see, and some unique features, pretty diverse, and pretty freaking awesome. Here is one of the footbridges, actually foot logs, here on Alum Cave. The Smokies has quite a few of these, probably 30, 40, probably even more, scattered throughout the park. Not every water crossing has one, but it'd be mighty nice if they did. Okay, you can see we've reached a little cut through the rock here, like a tunnel. This is very, 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 very popular with everyone. So many people, and that little passageway is very narrow, so I'm kind of giving these folks that come up, that are coming down, a shot, and Dewey wants to photobomb. Watch him. That's Dewey. I think we're going to go ahead and push forward anyways. Okay. Hello. This is one of the coolest features here in the park. We're just up just a short distance from the little pass through there, the tunnel. You have another foot log. These streams are a great source for water, drinking water. You can filter it if you want. I mean, the water's coming straight off the mountain. But you can see we're still climbing up. You can see the leaves are changing just a little bit more up here. The higher in elevation you get, the more you'll see more color.
Morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Well, you can see we've made it here to Inspiration Point. Just a really cool opening, clearing with a little rock outcrop. Look at that view right there. Just absolutely love this.
Elizabeth, next time you always got to pose. It always looks cute.
And I'll show you another spot up here. Duck Hall Ridge. And way out there you can see the very edge of the chimney tops. It's a little cool spot. This is almost 2 miles in. Basically, we're almost to Alum Cave. Look at this view right here. How incredible is that? Wow, that is beautiful. Well, you know you're getting close to Alum Cave when you start coming up on all these steps. You'll have a few spots where you'll have some good locations for some pretty decent views. Beautiful day. Today we have some temperatures. They're down in the 60s. Be around 50 and 40 down in or up on top of the mountain. Looking forward to getting up there. Once we get to Alum Cave, which is just around the corner here, we will basically be at the halfway point. So we're making really good time as usual coming up here, but for the average hiker, you know, expect to, you know, make several stops and take some breaks. If you're not used to the elevation climb, which is about 2,500 feet from the base to the top, within 5 miles, 5.1 miles, then it can be kind of strenuous at times. And this is a location where it gets very busy and very noisy. This is Alum Cave. This is Alum Cave.
It was that sun that last little bit had all that.
You can see we've made it up a little bit further up here on Alum. You can see the chimney tops right in front of me. They appear to be recovering quite well. You can see a lot of green on there, so maybe one of these days folks will be allowed to go back on top of chimneys. I doubt it, but we're still climbing Alum. This is a cool little section here that they've carved out some steps in the stone. Once again, you have a cable here in case you need it. Me and Dewey's been catching up a little bit. We used to hike together a whole lot and kind of catching up. Hadn't got to hike together in a while, and this has been a pretty awesome hike. Good to be on the trail with them again. This is another little cool part on the trail. Usually in the winter time it's iced over. You need your micro spikes if you're going to attempt this in the winter time. we're actually getting to a part of a trail that it ices up a lot. That just being one of the locations. Okay, we're still pushing up the mountain, and you guessed it, come to some more steps. This is part of the renovation that the park did on this trail quite a few years ago, and I guess the solution is steps. Okay, up here about 1.25 miles from the parking lot, you'll get to these stairs. These are the 180 stairs. Once you pass the 180 stairs, you can feel the temperature is just a little bit on the cooler side. You're starting to climb in elevation pretty good. In the wintertime, this little section here is usually iced over, about 6 to 8 inches of ice, just because the natural wet springs that flow out of the ground constantly, applying layers and layers of ice on top of one another. So if you're doing this trail in the wintertime, make sure you bring micro spikes. They will be very useful. This is another section of trail that will ice up really bad in the wintertime. Definitely need your micro spikes for this little piece, but definitely getting closer to the top. Probably from this area on up is my favorite part of this trail. You have some openings where you can just see some unbelievable views. They're just beautiful. Park's a little bit humid, but that view right straight ahead, that mountain, that is Clingman's Dome. That is the tallest peak in the park. So that's cool. It also is the tallest peak on the whole Appalachian Trail, which is cool. And there's my boy Dewey, just taking a break on the edge of a slide, that's all. Just hanging, like literally. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. Wow. Amazing. All right, you can see we're still continuing up Alum. Got these cool little cables and eye boats for those that feel like they need some assistance. But it's really not that bad of a drop off here. It just looks that way. But if you look straight up on the hill, up on the mountain, that is the edge of Clifftops. We will be going to that spot shortly before we leave the mountain. But as far as this trail goes, this little spot right here is probably my favorite section of the whole trail. It's usually a lot cooler in temperature.
Actually, the closest major city to us. Way closer than Lexington, a little bit.
That dude looked extreme. Yeah. Okay, we finally made it to really the end of our climb. I believe some folks call this Shangri-La. Not really sure. It's really nice though, I love it. It's marvelous. But yeah, you're done with your climb on Alum Cave once you get to this point. And at this point, just a short, maybe 0.1, 0.2 mile out to Boulevard Trail. We'll be hanging a right on the boulevard to go up to the lodge. You'll also have access to Myrtle Point and the lodge and the shelter, and more importantly, Clifftops. If you take a left-hand turn at this intersection coming up, that will take you down Rainbow Falls Trail down off of Cherokee Orchard Road. Okay, we just come back from that direction. That is Alum Cave. I'm here at the intersection with Rainbow Falls and Boulevard. We're trying to get up here quick enough to catch the llamas. On Fridays, they bring the llamas up, which carries the supplies for the lodge. Once you get up here right in front of the lodge, you'll see a trail that says Clifftops, 0.2 miles. That will take you up to Clifftops. You can continue straight to go to Myrtle Point and the shelter, or you can go to the lodge. You see that will take you right over to the office.
Want a cookie?
Yep. There you go. While you're here at the lodge, if it's open, you can grab the cookie.
What, today?
All right, well, you can see we've left the lodge now. We kind of hung out for a while, but time to get moving. So we've decided to come up here to the Clifftops. Take a few pictures, videos. Definitely, if you come up here to the lodge, you have to go to Clifftops. If you can time it out where you can do a sunset, bring you a headlamp so you can go back down Alum afterwards after you catch your sunset, because it'll be dark by the time you get to your vehicle. But definitely a must. This trail is only about 0.2 miles up, so not too bad, but you got to be prepared, because this spot here gets a ton of wind because it's facing the west side, and that's where we get a lot of our weather. Well, you can see I've made it out here up on Clifftops. I'm not quite to the edge yet. I stopped here just because this spot offers such a beautiful view, and if you ever want to watch a sunset, this is the location to do it, hands down. A spectacular view. If you look over here, you can see that is the chimney tops, and if you come right up to that peak, that's Klingman's Dome. You can actually see part of the dome sticking up, and way over here is Newfound Gap. US 441 crosses right there, and that is the Tennessee-North Carolina border. Anything past that is North Carolina. Definitely epic views right here. Honestly, one of my favorite parts of the park. Hands down, it's all about destination. But man, I love this. Let's show you the main part of Clifftops that you'll probably see in pictures a lot. Pretty awesome. Definitely worth the hike. You can see there's quite a few people up here, but it gets very crowded for sunset. This is the most popular place to view a sunset in the park. Second being Clingman's Dome. All right, well let's get everything together and let's climb down off this thing. Well, there you have it, folks. That's Alum Cave up to LeConte. It's probably one of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park's most popular hikes. Get out here, check these trails out. A lot of day hike trails you can do, varying from length, skill level. Been a good hike today. Me and Dewey's had a blast. Love hiking with my brother. He's a character. But yeah, we've had fun. This is probably my top 2, maybe top 3 trail in the park. And it's not so much as the trail as it is the destination for me. I really love LeConte, the lodge. But it's a beautiful place to check out. Make sure you check out the lodge, Myrtle Point, and Clifftops. Those are a must. And if you want to do any camping, stay at the shelter. Make sure you get your camp permit. Alum Cave is a pretty neat trail, a trail that, you know, anybody can do. I've seen people on oxygen hiking this trail. I've seen 3-year-old kids, 4-year-old kids, 8-year-old kids hiking this trail. I mean, it's one that anybody can do. You just got to take your time. It's not super narrow. The few places that it is a little narrow, there's a cable there, a cable to help you in case you need it. But don't think that you just have to have that. If you like what you've seen, make sure you hit the like button, and don't forget to make a comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what we could do better. Whatever. Any questions? You know the whole routine. Appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a great day and God bless.